Asbury Park is a city in Monmouth County, New Jersey, United States, located on the Jersey Shore and part of the New York City Metropolitan Area. As of the 2010 United States Census, the city's population was 16,116, reflecting a decline of 814 from the 16,930 counted in the 2000 census, which had in turn increased by 131 from the 16,799 counted in the 1990 census. It was ranked the sixth best beach in New Jersey in the 2008 Top 10 Beaches contest sponsored by the New Jersey Marine Sciences Consortium. Asbury Park was originally incorporated as a borough by an act of the New Jersey Legislature on March 26, 1874, from portions of Ocean Township. The borough was reincorporated on February 28, 1893. Asbury Park was incorporated as a city, its current type of government, as of March 25, 1897. History, early years. A seaside community, Asbury Park is located on New Jersey's Central Coast. Developed in 1871 as a residential resort by New York brush manufacturer James A. Bradley, the city was named for Francis Asbury, the first American bishop of the Methodist Episcopal Church in the United States. Bradley was active in the development of much of the city's infrastructure, and despite his preference for gas light, he allowed the Atlantic Coast Electric Company to offer electric service. Along the waterfront, Bradley installed the Asbury Park Boardwalk, an orchestra pavilion, public changing rooms and a pier at the south end of that boardwalk. Such success attracted other businessmen. In 1888, Ernest Schnitzler built the Palace merry-go-round on the southwest corner of Lake Avenue and Kingsley Street, the cornerstone of what would become the Palace Amusements Complex. Other attractions followed. During these early decades in Asbury Park, a number of grand hotels were built, including the Plaza Hotel. Uriah White, an Asbury Park pioneer, installed the first artesian well water system. As many as 600,000 people a year vacationed in Asbury Park during the summer season in the early years, riding the New York and Long Branch Railroad from New York City and Philadelphia to enjoy the mile-and-a-quarter stretch of oceanfront Asbury Park. By 1912, the New York Times estimated that the summer population could reach 200,000. The country-by-the-sea destination experienced several key periods of popularity. The first notable era was the 1890s, marked by a housing growth, examples of which can still be found today in a full range of Victorian architecture. Coinciding with the nationwide trend in retail shopping, Asbury Park's downtown flourished during this period and well into the 20th century. 1920s and modern development. 1920s. The 1920s saw a dramatic change in the boardwalk with the construction of the Paramount Theatre and Convention Hall complex, the Casino Arena and Carousel House, and two handsome red brick pavilions. Beaux Arts architect Warren Whitney of New York was the designer. He had also been hired to design the imposing Berkeley Carteret Hotel positioned diagonally across from the theatre and hall. At the same time, Asbury Park launched a first-class education and athletic program with the construction of a state-of-the-art high school overlooking Deal Lake, 1930s. On September 8, 1934, the wreck of the cruise ship SS Morro Castle, which caught on fire and burned, beached itself near the city just yards away from the Asbury Park Convention Hall. The city capitalized on the event, turning the wreck into a tourist attraction. In 1935, the newly founded Securities and Exchange Commission called Asbury Park's Mayor Clarence F. Hetrick to testify about $6 million in beach improvement bonds that had gone into default. At the same time, the SEC also inquired about rental rates on the beachfront and why the mayor reduced the lease of a bathhouse from $85,000 to $40,000, among many other discrepancies that could have offset debt. The interests of Asbury Park's bond investors lead Senator Frank Duran to add a last-minute Beach Commission amendment to a municipal debt bill in the New Jersey legislature. When the bill became law, it ceded control of the Asbury Park Beach to Governor Harold Hoffman and a governor's commission. The city of Asbury Park sued to restore control of the beach to the municipal council, but the New Jersey Court of Errors and Appeals upheld the validity of the law in 1937. when Duran pressed New Jersey's legislature to extend the state's control of Asbury Park's beach in 1938, the lower house staged a walkout and the Senate soon adjourned, a disruption that also prevented a vote for funding New Jersey's participation in the 1939 New York World's Fair. In December 1938, the court returned control of the beach to the municipal council under the proviso that a bond repayment agreement was created. Asbury Park was the only beach in New Jersey affected by the Beach Commission law. 1940s. In 1943, the New York Yankees held their spring training in Asbury Park instead of Florida. This was because rail transport had to be conserved during the war, and Major League Baseball's spring training was limited to an area east of the Mississippi River and north of the Ohio River. With the opening of the Garden State Parkway in 1947, Asbury Park saw the travel market change as fewer vacationers took trains to the seashore. 1950s and beyond. In the decades that followed the war, surrounding farm communities gave way to tracts of suburban houses, encouraging the city's middle-class blacks as well as whites to move into newer houses with spacious yards. With the above-mentioned change in the travel market, prompted by the opening of the Garden State Parkway in 1947 and the opening of the Monmouth Mall 10 miles away in Eatontown in 1960, Asbury Park's downtown became less of an attraction to shoppers. Office parks built outside the city resulted in the relocation of accountants, dentists, doctors, lawyers, and other professionals. Moreover, the opening of Six Flags Great Adventure, a combination theme park and drive-through safari located on a lake in Jackson Township and close to a New Jersey Turnpike exit proved to be stiff competition for a mile-long stretch of aging boardwalk amusements. Riots that broke out in the city on July 4, 1970, resulted in the destruction of aging buildings along Springwood Avenue, one of three main east-west corridors into Asbury Park and the central shopping and entertainment district for those living in the city's southwest quadrant. Many of those city blocks have yet to be redeveloped into the 21st century. Although it was placed on the National Registers of Historic Places, Palace Amusements was closed in 1988 and was demolished in 2004 despite attempts to save it. The complex had featured the famous face of Tilly, a symbol of the Jersey Shore. In 1990, the famous carousel at the Casino Pier was sold to Family Kingdom Amusement Park in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where it continues to operate. 21st century. From 2002 onward, the rest of Asbury Park has been in the midst of a cultural, political, and economic revival, led by a burgeoning industry of local and national artists. Its dilapidated downtown district is undergoing revitalization while most of the nearly empty blocks that overlook the beach and boardwalk are slated for massive reconstruction. In 2005, the casino's walkway reopened, as did many of the boardwalk pavilions. In 2007, the eastern portion of the casino building was demolished. There are plans to rebuild this portion to look much like the original. However, the interior will be dramatically different and may include a public market. There has also been more of a resurgence of the downtown as well as the boardwalk, with the grand reopening of the historic Steinbach department store building, as well as the rehabilitation of Convention Hall and the Fifth Avenue Pavilion. The historic Berkeley Carteret Hotel, which is to be restored to four-star resort status, was acquired in 2007. The first residents moving into the newly constructed condominiums known as North Beach, the rehabilitation of Ocean Avenue, and the opening of national businesses on Asbury Avenue. After Hurricane Sandy, Asbury Park was one of the few communities on the Jersey Shore to reopen successfully for the 2013 summer season. Most of the boardwalk had not been badly damaged by the massive hurricane. On Memorial Day weekend 2013, Governor Chris Christie and President Barack Obama participated in an official ceremony before a crowd of 4,000, marking the reopening of Asbury Park and other parts of the Jersey Shore. The Stronger Than the Storm motto was emphasized at this ceremony. Gay community. Since the 1950s at least, Asbury Park has had a growing gay community. After the property values plummeted, gay people from New York City purchased and restored Victorian homes, leading to a rejuvenation of parts of the city. In 1999, SHEPP Tybone opened Paradise nightclub, a gay discotheque near the ocean. He has since also opened the Empress Hotel, the state's only gay-oriented hotel. Another notable establishment is George's. Every summer the Jersey Gay Pride Parade as Sandblast Weekend draw thousands of gay people to the city. Sandblast Weekend was started by the local gay homeowners who want to encourage friends from the tri-state area to come check out the up-and-coming beach town and hopefully make it a regular destination year-round. In 2010 Road Trip Weekend became Sandblast Weekend, renamed after the popular gay dance on the beach, which had become the main event of the Road Trip Weekend. Music and entertainment. Musicians and bands with strong ties to Asbury Park, many of whom frequently played clubs there on their way to fame, include Fury of Five, the Gaslight Anthem, Clarence Clemens, the E Street Band, John Bon Jovi and Bon Jovi, Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes, Patti Smith, Arthur Pryor, Count Basie, The Clash, US Chaos, Johnny Thunders, The Ramones, The Exploited, Charged GBH, Marty Munch, Gary U.S. Bonds, along with many more. Asbury Park is considered a destination for musicians, particularly a subgenre of rock and roll known as the Jersey Shore Sound, which is infused with R&B. It is home to the Stone Pony, founded in 1974, a starting point for many performers. Smaller venues are Asbury Lanes and the Saint, which bring original, live music to the Jersey Shore. Asbury Park Convention Hall holds larger events. In 1973 Bruce Springsteen released his debut album Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ. On his follow-up album, The Wild, The Innocent and the E Street Shuffle, one of the songs is entitled 4th of July, Asbury Park. Several books chronicle the early years of Springsteen's career in Asbury Park. Daniel Wolfe's July 4th Asbury Park examines the social, political and cultural history of the city with a special emphasis on the part that music played in the city's development, culminating in Springsteen. Beyond the Palace by Gary Ween is a comprehensive look at the local music scene that Springsteen emerged from, and includes many photographs of musicians and clubs. Against the backdrop of the fading resort, Alex Austin's novel The Red Album of Asbury Park tracks a young rock musician pursuing his dream in the late 60s early 70s, with Springsteen as a potent but as yet unknown rival. The Golden T-Bird Awards were established in 1993 by Scott Stamper and Pete Mantas to recognize and support significant contributions and achievements of local and regional participants in the music industry. The name of the awards was changed to the Asbury Music Awards in 1995. The award ceremony is held in November of each year, most recently at the Stone Pony. The New Jersey Music Hall of Fame was founded in Asbury Park in 2005. There are plans to build a museum somewhere in the city as part of the redevelopment. The Wave Gathering Music Festival was established in 2006. The festival is held during the summer. Businesses across Asbury Park offer food, drink, art, music, crafts, and their stages for performances. Stages are also set up in parks, on the Boardwalk, and in other open spaces. The event takes place over several days. In 2003, actor Robert Pastorelli founded the Garden State Film Festival, which draws over 30,000 visitors to Asbury Park each spring for a 4-day event including screenings of 150 features, documentaries, shorts and videos, concerts, lectures and workshops for filmmakers. In 2012, a film industry exposition will be held for the first time in Convention Hall during the festival. The Bamboozle Music Festival was held in Asbury Park in 2003, 2004, and 2005. The festival returned to its original location for the 10-year anniversary in 2012, headlined by My Chemical Romance, Foo Fighters, and Bon Jovi, drawing over 90,000 people to the city over the 3-day span in which it was held. On October 5, 2013, the largest gathering of zombies was achieved by the 9,592 participants in New Jersey Zombie Walk at the Asbury Park Boardwalk. Nightlife. Asbury Park's nightlife includes the Stone Pony. On Main Street is the Saint, a club that showcases local and emerging acts, as well as established performers. Across town, on 4th Avenue, is Asbury Lanes, a functioning vintage bowling alley and bar with live performances ranging from musical acts, neo-burlesque, hot rod, and art shows. The Baronet, a vintage movie theatre which dates back to Buster Keaton's era, was near Asbury Lanes, but its roof recently caved in and the building was demolished. In a town that was once nearly abandoned, there are now over 60 restaurants, coffee houses, and live music venues situated in Asbury Park's Boardwalk and downtown districts. Popular with numerous Asbury Park residents and visitors is the monthly First Saturday event. On the first Saturday of every month, Asbury Park's downtown art galleries, home design studios, restaurants, antique shops, and clothing boutiques remain open throughout the evening, serving hors d'oeuvre and offering entertainment, to showcase the city's residential and commercial resurgence. Commerce, Urban Enterprise Zone. Portions of Asbury Park are part of an urban enterprise zone. In addition to other benefits to encourage employment within the zone, some stores are allowed to apply a reduced 3.5% sales tax rate at eligible merchants. Media. The award-winning weekly newspaper The Coaster has been covering local news in Asbury Park since it was founded in 1983. The owner of TRI City News, a weekly news and art publication for Monmouth County, chose Asbury Park for its headquarters. Hotels. There were at one time many hotels along the beachfront. Many were demolished after years of sitting vacant, although the 6th Avenue House Bed and Breakfast Hotel was recently restored after being abandoned in the 1970s. Hotels like the Berkeley and Oceanic Inn have operated concurrently for decades, while the Empress Hotel and Hotel Tides were recently restored and reopened. Currently open hotels include the Berkeley Oceanfront Hotel, the Empress Hotel, Hotel Tides, Oceanic Inn, 6th Avenue House Bed and Breakfast Hotel and McKell's Big House Bed and Breakfast. Demolished, the Albion Hotel, the Metropolitan Hotel. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city had a total area of 1.603 square miles, of which 1.424 square miles of it was land and 0.179 square miles of it was water. Demographics. 2010 Census. At the 2010 United States Census, there were 16,116 people, 6,725 households, and 3,174 families residing in the city. The population density was 11,319.5 per square mile. There were 8,076 housing units at an average density of 5,672.4 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 36.45% white, 51.35% black or African American, 0.49% Native American, 0.48% Asian, 0.12% Pacific Islander, 7.64% from other races, and 3.46% from two or more races. Hispanics or Latinos of any race were 25.53% of the population. There were 6,725 households, of which 24.1% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 18.2% were married couples living together, 23.1% had a female householder with no husband present, and 52.8% were non-families. 42.1% of all households were made up of individuals, and 13.4% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.35 and the average family size was 3.33. In the city, 23.8% of the population were under the age of 18, 10.7% from 18 to 24, 30.7% from 25 to 44, 24.5% from 45 to 64 and 10.3% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 34.0 years. For every 100 females there were 95.2 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 95.9 males. The Census Bureau's 2006 Euro 2010 American Communities Survey showed the median household income was $33,527 and the median family income was $27,907. Males had a median income of $34,735 versus $33,988 for females. The per capita income for the borough was $20,368. About 31.1% of families and 29.4% of the population were below the poverty line, including 44.9% of those under age 18 and 26.0% of those age 65 or over. 2000 Census. As of the 2000 United States Census, there were 16,930 people, 6,754 households, and 3,586 families residing in the city. The population density was 14,290.0 per square mile, making it Monmouth County's most densely populated municipality. There were 7,744 housing units at an average density of 5,416.7 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 15.77% white, 67.11% black, 0.32% Native American, 0.70% Asian, 0.07% Pacific Islander, 6.49% from other races, and 5.53% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 18.58% of the population. There were 6,754 households, out of which 31.0% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 20.2% were married couples living together, 26.9% had a female householder with no husband present, and 46.9% were non-families. 39.4% of all households were made up of individuals, and 15.2% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.46 and the average family size was 3.36. In the city, the population was spread out, with 30.1% under the age of 18, 10.6% from 18 to 24, 29.8% from 25 to 44, 18.3% from 45 to 64, and 11.2% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 31 years. For every 100 females there were 88.4 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 83.2 males. The median income for a household in the city was $23,081, and the median income for a family was $26,370. Males had a median income of $27,081 versus $24,666 for females. The per capita income for the city was $13,516. About 29.3% of families and 40.1% of the population were below the poverty line, including 46.5% of those under age 18 and 37.1% of those age 65 or over. Government. Local government. The city of Asbury Park is governed under the 1923 Municipal Manager Law form of New Jersey municipal government. The government consists of a 5-member city council, with all positions elected at large in non-partisan elections, to serve 4-year terms of office on a concurrent basis. After each election, the council selects a mayor and deputy mayor from among its members. As of 2014, the Asbury Park City Council consists of Mayor Myra Campbell, Deputy Mayor Susan Henderson, John Loffredo, John Muir and Amy Quinn, all serving terms of office that end June 30, 2017. Fire Department. The Asbury Park Fire Department is the only fully career department in Monmouth County. Asbury Park's fire station includes 1 staffed engine company, 1 staffed truck company, 2 staffed basic life support ambulances and a duty battalion chief, operating 4 engines, 2 ladder trucks, a technical rescue response vehicle. The department has 50 employees, which includes 49 who are cross-trained as emergency medical technicians. Federal, state, and county representation. Asbury Park is located in the 6th Congressional District and is part of New Jersey's 11th State Legislative District. New Jersey's 6th Congressional District is represented by Frank Pallone. New Jersey is represented in the United States Senate by Cory Booker and Bob Menendez. For the 2014 to 2015 session, The 11th District of the New Jersey Legislature is represented in the State Senate by Jennifer Beck and in the General Assembly by Mary Pat Angelini and Caroline Casagrande. The Governor of New Jersey is Chris Christie. The Lieutenant Governor of New Jersey is Kim Guadagno. Monmouth County is governed by a board of chosen freeholders consisting of 5 members who are elected at large to serve 3-year terms of office on a staggered basis, with either 1 or 2 seats up for election each year as part of the November general election. At an annual reorganization meeting held in the beginning of January, the board selects one of its members to serve as director and another as deputy director. As of 2014, Monmouth County's freeholders are Freeholder Director Lillian G. Burry, Freeholder Deputy Director Gary J. Rich, Sr., Thomas A. Unknown, John P. Curley and Serena D. Marceau. Constitutional officers elected on a county-wide basis are County Clerk M. Claire French, Sheriff Sean Golden and Surrogate Rose Marie D. Peters. Politics. As of March 23, 2011, there were a total of 7,404 registered voters in Asbury Park, of which 2,723 were registered as Democrats, 464 were registered as Republicans and 4,209 were registered as unaffiliated. There were 8 voters registered to other parties. In the 2008 presidential election, Democrat Barack Obama received 87.4% of the vote here, ahead of Republican John McCain with 9.7% and other candidates with 0.5%. Among the 5,372 ballots cast by the city's 8,429 registered voters, for a turnout of 63.7%. In the 2004 presidential election, Democrat John Kerry received 81.9% of the vote here, polling Republican George W. Bush with 17.0% and other candidates with 0.3%. Among the 4,466 ballots cast by the city's 8,255 registered voters, for a turnout percentage of 54.1%. In the 2009 gubernatorial election, Democrat John Corzine received 75.1% of the vote here, ahead of Republican Chris Christie with 19.1%, Independent Chris Daggett with 4.3% and other candidates with 0.4%. Among the 2,301 ballots cast by the city's 7,692 registered voters, yielding a 29.9% turnout. Education. Asbury Park's public schools are operated by Asbury Park Public Schools. The district is one of 31 former Abbott districts statewide, which are now referred to as SDA districts based on the requirement for the state to cover all costs for school building and renovation projects in these districts under the supervision of the New Jersey Schools Development Authority. Students from Allenhurst attend the district's schools as part of a sending-receiving relationship. In July 2014, the New Jersey Department of Education approved a request by Interlaken under which it would end its sending relationship with the Asbury Park District and begin sending its students to the West Long Branch Public Schools through 8th grade and then on to Shaw Regional High School. As of the 2011 December school year, the district's 5 schools had an enrollment of 1,998 students and 234.5 classroom teachers, for a student-to-teacher ratio of 8.52 to 1. Schools in the district are, Bradley Elementary School, Thurgood Marshall Elementary School, Asbury Park Middle School and Asbury Park High School. In March 2011, the state monitor overseeing the district's finances ordered that Barack Obama Elementary School be closed after the end of the 2010-11 school year, citing a 35% decline in enrollment in the district during the prior 10 years. Students currently attending the school would be reallocated to the district's 2 other elementary schools, with those going into 5th grade assigned to attend middle school. During the summer of 2012, the school board approved funding for development plans to house the Board of Education in the vacant Barack Obama Elementary School. The school board awarded $894,000 to an architect firm to handle the renovation design and subsequent project bids. The estimated cost of the renovation was $1.6 million. In 2006, Asbury Park's Board of Education was affected by the city's decision to redevelop waterfront property with eminent domain. In the case Asbury Park Board of Education v. City of Asbury Park and Asbury Partners, LLC, the New Jersey Superior Court, Appellate Division found a ruling in favor of eminent domain of the Board of Education building on Lake Avenue. The Board of Education moved to the third and fourth floors of 603 Madison Avenue, the former Asbury Park Press Building, where it paid $189,327 in rent per year. In February 2007, the offices of the Asbury Park Board of Education were raided by investigators from the State Attorney General's office, prompted by allegations of corruption and misuse of funds. Per-student expenditures in Asbury Park have generated statewide controversy for several years. In 2006, the New York Times reported that Asbury Park spends more than $18,000 per student each year, the highest amount in the state. In both 2010 and 2011, the Asbury Park K-12 school district had the highest per-student expenditure in the state. As of the 2010 school reports, the high school has not met goals mandated by the No Child Left Behind Act and has been classified as in need of improvement for 6 years. Students from Asbury Park in 9th through 12th grades may also attend Academy Charter High School, located in Lake Como, which also serves residents of Allenhurst, Avon by the Sea, Belmar, Bradley Beach, Deal, Interlaken and Lake Como, and accepts students on a lottery basis. Sports. In 1943, the New York Yankees held spring training in Asbury Park to comply with restrictions on rail travel during World War II. Crime. While 8 of the 17 murders in Monmouth County in 2006 took place in Asbury Park, and 7 of the county's 14 murders in 2007, by 2008 there was only 1 murder in Asbury Park and 5 in the whole county. The city's police had added 19 officers since 2003 and expanded its street crime unit. After a spike in gang violence, violent crime had decreased by almost 20% from 2006 to 2008. In the calendar year through August 26, 2013, Asbury Park has had 6 homicides. There have also been 17 people non-fatally injured in shooting incidents. In February 2014, Operation Dead End arrested gang members of the Crips and Bloods. 1 Asbury Park patrol officer was arrested for aiding gang members. Transportation, roads and highways. As of 2010, the city had a total of 36.20 miles of roadways, of which 33.78 miles were maintained by the municipality, 0.92 miles by Monmouth County and 1.50 miles by the New Jersey Department of Transportation. Public transportation. New Jersey Transit offers rail service from the Asbury Park station on the North Jersey coastline. Bus routes include the 317 to and from Philadelphia, and local service on the 830, 832, 836 and 837 routes. Notable people. People who were born in, residents of, or otherwise closely associated with Asbury Park include, Bud Abbott, straight man for comedy team of Abbott and Costello, born in Asbury Park. Stuart H. Appleby, represented New Jersey's 3rd Congressional District from 1925 to 1927. T. Frank Appleby, represented New Jersey's 3rd Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives from 1921 to 1923, and was mayor of Asbury Park from 1908 to 1912. Nicole Atkins, singer-songwriter on Columbia Records. Frederick Bayer, marine biologist who served as curator of the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of Natural History. Scott "Bam Bam" Bigelow, professional wrestler. Marie Castlo, longtime Boardwalk fortune teller known as Madame Marie. Edna Woolman Chase, editor-in-chief of Vogue magazine from 1914 to 1952. Stephen Crane, author of The Red Badge of Courage. Danny DeVito, actor. Tim Hauser, member of the Manhattan Transfer. Leon Hess, oil magnate and founder of the Hess Corporation, began his business in the city. Lou Liberatore, actor, has a second home in Asbury Park. Robert Mellé, artist. Arthur Pryor, band leader. Richie Rosenberg, trombonist who performed with Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes. Charles J. Ross, vaudeville performer. David Sancious, early member of the E Street Band. Arthur Siegel, songwriter. Thomas S. Smith, former mayor of Asbury Park who served in the New Jersey General Assembly. Bruce Springsteen, singer-songwriter known for his album Greetings from Asbury Park, N.J., Margaret Whitmer Pulitzer Prize-winning poet, Wendy Williams, talk show host and New York Times best-selling author, born in Asbury Park. Arthur Augustus Zimmerman, the first world cycling champion, grew up here and owned a hotel after retiring from racing. In popular culture, Palace Amusements and the mural Tilly have featured in numerous works of popular culture. Additional works reference Asbury Park, specifically. For example, in the song At Long Last Love, originally written by Cole Porter for the musical You Never Know, Frank Sinatra sings Is It Granada I See, or only Asbury Park? The group Without You references Asbury Park several times on their album 10 Stories. The song Bear's Vision of St. Agnes mentions that tattered rag shop back in Asbury Park, and the song Fox's Dream of the Log Flume mentions the pier and sand dunes. Asbury Park was used for the location filming of the crime drama City by the Sea, starring Robert De Niro, James Franco and Frances McDormand, which was nominally set in Long Beach, New York, where no filming actually took place, according to a disclaimer that was included as part of the closing credits. The film features scenes set on a shabby, dilapidated boardwalk and in a ruined abandoned casino arcade building. Residents of both cities reportedly objected to the way their towns were depicted. See also, SS Asbury Park, a coastal steamship that operated between the northern New Jersey shore and New York City from 1904 to 1918, Asbury Park, the New Jersey Transit station that connects Asbury Park to New York City, Bay Head and Newark Airport. References. External links, City of Asbury Park website, Asbury Park Public Schools, Asbury Park Public Schools is 2012 a Euro-13 school report card from the New Jersey Department of Education, Asbury Park Public Library, Asbury Park Fire Department, Asbury Park Co., the most comprehensive calendar of Asbury Park concerts, theater, cultural and municipal events. Historic postcards and current photos of Asbury Park including the inside of the casino and Palace Amusements, asburypark.net, news and information about Asbury Park, thecoaster.net, printed and online weekly newspaper located in Asbury Park.